Hey everybody, it's Julie. I am here to do the Crafter's Confidential tag, and I have my list of questions here, so if you see me look down, that's what I'm looking down at. This is the first time I've ever done the tag. Kind of excited, kind of like, okay, let's try it. So I've seen that Linda Lapatka did her tag on the Crafter's Confidential, so I decided that I would do one too. And then below, my hair is like all crazy today. It's so windy outside here, so windy. And I went out to get the mail and it's like my hair went all over the place anyway, so whatever. So I'll tag below and at the very end of the video who I think should do this. Okay, so the first question. What is the most expensive crafting tool that you use on a regular basis? My Cameo, probably for sure, and then also my Big Shot with all of the dies. I kind of include that all together because you can't use one without the other basically, so it's like one big tool, and that was way more expensive altogether with all of the dies and the machine, way more expensive than my Cameo. So those two things together. What was the least expensive tool that you use on a regular basis? An emery board. I use an emery board almost every time I make something to file the edges down, kind of scuff it up a little bit. So an emery board is definitely my least expensive tool. Oldest item that you made that you or someone you know still have? Probably a scrapbook. When I started scrapbooking, I think it was about 18 years ago, I made an album because my daughter was in was that when my daughter was in the Girl Scouts? No, it was probably before that. It was like right when she was, just after she was born, kind of just like a little family album. I still have it, but I think it's packed away. No, it's definitely not out because, yeah, wasn't really handy at scrapbooking back then. Okay, so crafting tool that was a waste of money. Some of you guys are going to say, what? How can you say that? I'm going to tell you that I think when I bought a Cricut, I've owned two. Those were my biggest waste of money. You have to dump so much money into it by buying the cartridges and things like that, that it just was never worth it for me. And that's why I've been a Silhouette user for many, many years. And it's much more affordable, I think, when you can go in and just buy the design that you want instead of having to buy the whole little cartridge that has like 20 other designs that you might not ever use. That was like the, I'm sold. That's what I want right there. And I've been a Silhouette user for about, I want to say 6 years. Like right after I had an SD and then I upgraded to a Cameo just this past year, and my SD I used and used and used and used and used till that thing was like ready to, fall apart basically. It still works. I still have it. It's kind of like maybe I should make a memorial to it or something. But I definitely got my money's worth out of it, and I am a Silhouette user probably until the end. Okay, crafting tool that was the best bargain. I am a thrift shopper. I like to go to thrift stores and to like Goodwill and things like that, and I have found tons of great stuff. Tool wise, I don't know. I find like lots of great stuff there, but definitely the best bargain is definitely come from a thrift store where it costs you really pretty much next to nothing, or garage sale. Really haven't got many things from garage sales though. I know other people do, but I haven't been to a garage sale because it's been cold here, so I haven't been to any this year. Maybe in the next couple weeks they'll start popping up. Maybe I can find something then. Okay, best storage idea that you have implemented. I would have to say hands down the Jetmax cubes from Michaels, or their store recollections or whatever they're called. I really like how they look, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them right now, and I am hoping, I wish I would have went last week when everything was on sale, but I didn't have a chance to get there because our Michaels is like 45 miles away. But I want to get 2 more at least, maybe 3. Probably 3 because then I'll have an even number. But I do love them. I like them very much, and they're very handy for storage. So yes, definitely that. Worst storage idea you've ever implemented. I think on the same token, Michaels also sells washi tape holders. They look like this. Here, let me show you. They look like this. The idea behind them is great because you put them on there and you roll it out and it's got the little serrated edge to cut them with and everything like that. But honestly, I don't know. They're just kind of hard to use. They're kind of hard. Like the tape doesn't like stick out like it does on a normal tape dispenser. So it's a little hard to use that way. But anyway, I think that's like my least handy storage item that I have. Okay, most viewed YouTube craft video. Okay, so it took me a while to figure out how to find this. Well, I could see the one that was the most viewed, but it took me a while to figure out how to find the one that was the least viewed. But the most viewed one is called Glittered Crepe Paper Flower Tutorial. It has just over 330,000 views. And it was a tutorial on how to make crepe paper flowers. I think most of my flower tutorials that I have on here from like 2 years ago, those are the ones that always have a ton of views. I still get views on them today. So least viewed YouTube craft video. I thought this was kind of funny. It was right after I started making videos, like maybe 2 or 3 months in, but I had gotten a rack from my friend Lydia and I had done a video of it and it only had 89 views. And that was on December 22nd of 2010. So 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago. Biggest crafting mishap. What project did you try that just didn't cut it? Well, you know, I don't know that I have one of these because I think when you make something, even if you don't like it right then, if you set it aside and come back to it and look at it, you can always find the good thing in it, I think. Anyway, and so I really don't have one of these because I think everything that I've made, I've really ended up liking, even if it was years down the road. So, you know, all those things that you think you're just going to toss, don't toss them, you know, because it's progress for you in your art, number one, and other people might think much differently of what it is. So I don't throw that kind of stuff away. I just set it aside and maybe I'll do something else to it later. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it. But it's just, it's progress. It's something that you can go back and see where you came from in your art. And then, you know, you're moving forward. Always moving forward. Okay. Item or items that you stock up on every time or almost every time that you go to the craft store. I'm a shopper. I like to shop. If it's a good price, chances are I'm going to buy it. And chances are it's going to sit here until I have a de-stash sale. You know, a lot of times I just don't use what I buy. But almost every time that I go to the craft store, there are certain things that I always pick up. I always look at the beads because even though I don't make a lot of jewelry, it's funny because I'm surrounded by beads because that's part of my, you know, part of my job. I sell jewelry supplies. And crafting supplies, but I have beads everywhere. But when I go to the craft store, I'm constantly looking at beads. It's funny, and most of the time something will come home with me. Paints, I almost always get a tube or a little bottle of paint, especially if they're on sale. It's just, if the color catches my eye, I'll bring something like that home. Right now, stencils, I've bought a lot of stencils lately, and glue. If there's some kind of certain glue I might see on YouTube that you guys are using and I'm like, hey, I might try that, I pick it up. Okay, favorite non-craft store place to buy supplies or items for crafting? Goodwill. Thrift stores, definitely. I'm always picking up lace and fabric and stuff like that. Okay, anyway, so definitely Goodwill or thrift stores. Craft you wish you could do, but you can't. Okay, here is one thing that I cannot do. I can't draw. I have tried and tried, and I just can't do. Sorry, I had to take a quick break there. Okay, so anyway, so it's the craft you wish you could do, but can't. And it's definitely drawing for me. I've tried to draw faces. I've tried to draw eyes, anything. I even bought a book because I wanted to get better at it. And I'm trying. I do practice. And doodling. Like, I can't, for some reason, for me, I can't draw a straight line for anything. And then when I want to draw a wavy line, I can't. It's crazy. I just have issues with that. Okay, so what's next in your craft tool wish list? You know what I really want, and I think I'm gonna get soon, is I have this, let me see if I can, it'll reach up here. I have this heat gun. It's by American Crafts. It's called Zap. But I think I really want the Tim Holtz Ranger one. It's less loud, I think, and I think it's supposed to work a little bit better. So that is probably on my wish list, as well as some more dies. What made you start your YouTube channel? Well, I really liked watching other people do videos. It was a time in my life when I was looking for direction in my art, and you know, maybe what was next for me, because I liked to, at that point in time, I liked to sew things, small things. I'm definitely not a seamstress, but sewing and knitting and crochet and that kind of stuff. But I wanted to get back into scrapbooking. I had taken a break, or paper crafts for that matter. I had taken a break, and I had decided that it was time that I wanted to start doing that again. So that's why I started my YouTube channel. I figured I would glean knowledge and skills from all of you, and then hopefully I could encourage others to do the same thing. So now for the end of this is, who do I want to tag to do this? Well, I definitely want to tag Mandy, who is iimandy. Yeah, iimandy. Her name's Amanda Sue. Yolie, because I looked to see if Yolie had done one yet, and I didn't see it. So she's always so fun to watch. I like to listen to her voice. So yeah, Yolie and Amanda, and then whoever else wants to do it. I would love to see what you guys have for answers for these questions. So if you do a video, please come back and leave a comment for me so that I know and I can go and watch your video. And like I said in yesterday's, I actually uploaded today, make sure that you check back next week for my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.